best way to motivate employees, well, my recommendation would be don't. I'd rather you work on finding ways to inspire them, because there's a difference. Let me explain. Motivation tends to be negative, tends to be fear-based, based on a lack. It's very effective, particularly short-term. If you're fear-based or you want to avoid something, or there's something lacking in your life and you're motivated to achieve something, you're going to work on it. So there's definitely a place for it short-term, but it really drags you down over the long term. So that's why inspiration is much better. Inspiration is working on something for the long term and feeling, kind of inspirited, sort of just driven to work on it. And so the best way to inspire one of your employees or your employees is to figure out what inspires them. Now, you could just ask, which is hopefully what you would do, but there's some clues. There's 3 areas that people generally are inspired by. One is just general personal development. People like to work on things that are of interest to them. And so if there's somebody who's working on mastery of a particular task or subject or industry or something like that, as long as they're learning, they're going to be inspired to keep going. Other people really thrive with being a part of the team, being with people in important relationships and improving those relationships over time. It really is part of the team, being associated with the team. And the third one is working on something bigger than yourself, some big project that they can point to and say, hey, I had a hand in that. That's along the lines of legacy. If you get somebody who's got all 3, you're golden. They're inspired and ready to go. If you get somebody who's in none of them, you're probably going to have a problem. And so I'd first see, where do they gravitate? Which one of those 3 areas? Just ask them, have conversations around that. If there's none, see if you can find one, or see if you can find a different place for them. If there is 1 or 2 of those, then start making sure that they are working on those things specifically. If they like being with people, let them be with people, etc. So that's what I'd do. I'd get away from the motivation. It has short-term benefits, but not for the long term. Go for inspiration instead. Thanks.